Hello, beautiful friends. This is the Organizer Advisor here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. All right, let's keep the momentum going. Grab your hydration beverage. Let's have a sip and a sit so we can talk about keeping the momentum going on Monday. All right, so yesterday we did our Sunday prep steps. And check out that video because those prep steps help to set us up for success during the week, reduces our frustration, and makes us feel effective. But it creates a momentum. And that momentum then can carry on through the week if we keep in touch. So we're going to work today to keep the momentum going so that by the end of the week, you're going to see the small incremental steps of progress, but how they're starting to build. And then once you get that major momentum going, it's a lot easier because then it becomes habitual. And that's the goal that we're shooting for is habitual happiness. Okay, so let's talk about our mindfulness moment. Last week we focused on gratitude. This week we're going to focus on insight. And from the little mindfulness deck, um, mindfulness leads to insight. Insight leads to understanding. And one of the things that helps us avoid some of the old patterns of behavior or old habits is becoming aware. And once we become aware of how they sabotage us and why we keep ourselves in that pattern, then we can break the pattern and replace it with better behavior choices, and then leads to better habits. So first, we need to have that understanding. And we get that by being mindful and having that insight, getting clarity of why does the most frequent question that is asked, and this is the phrase that you are going to that's going to trigger your awareness that you are in some patterns of behavior that aren't so productive, that aren't so positive for you, is you will say, why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? A lot of times it's because there's a pattern of behavior, a pattern of choices that leads to certain outcomes. And those outcomes aren't aligned with what you really want. So the first thing you need to do is decide what it is you really want. And then we start aligning our choices for those outcomes. But sometimes we get into a pattern of mind or a belief system where we keep doing the same thing over and over and we expect a different outcome. But because of the choices that we're making, the pattern of behavior, the mindset that we're in, we end up having the same choice, the same outcomes or consequences that aren't what we want. So we have to go back and get into that insight. That insight will give us the understanding of why this keeps happening and what can we do to change it. And that is empowering. Okay, so let's talk about, grab your hydration beverage. Let's have a sip and a sit, and let's talk about our framework for the week to keep this momentum going so that we feel positive and effective. But we are changing patterns of behavior, and we are going to have different outcomes. Okay, so let's start with our home caring framework. Now, if you don't know what that is, I have specific rooms that I focus on each day of the week. But I like to do it. I start on Sunday with the the primary bedroom and the primary bathroom, clean sheet Sunday, declutter the bedside table to give a sense of calm. And how did that feel this morning when you woke up and you looked over at your phone or your clock to see what time it was, and you had a very calm and beautiful first interaction with your environment? So that all kind of embeds in that. We clean our makeup brushes, and then we declutter the bathroom and do a light cleaning. So we get everything kind of what I like to call back to square, or it's like a reset. But on Mondays, since the family's been here and everybody's kind of in the living room, dining room area, that's where I'm going to focus so that I can get those areas back into order, so that they don't affect the rest of the house. That's the first rooms you normally see when you walk in, so you want them to be calm and not chaotic. So what I'm going to do is, I don't do deep cleanings every week. Nobody has time for that. That is an unreasonable expectation, and it's only going to lead you to disappointment. What I like to do is just a light cleaning and what I call a tidying up. So I might have to do a mighty tidy, or I can do a light tidy. It just depends on the activity in the room in that previous week. So this is going to be a light tidy. So I'm just going to replace everything. I'm just going to quickly check all the drawers as I'm dusting the furniture, make sure everything's in order. I know where everything is. If there's something that needs to be returned to a dedicated space, that's what I'm going to focus on. So I do a light dusting. I just straighten, tidy up, put things back in their place, water any of the plants. And then I just do a vacuuming, and in this case, I'm going to do some mopping. So, just kind of light cleaning, just to restore order to the room. And at the end of the month is when I do my fiscal fasting. And if you don't know what that is, check the playlist. There is a whole playlist on money saving strategies, and fiscal fasting is the last week of the month for me. That's the week I've selected. That's the week that I don't spend anything unnecessarily. I don't go out to eat unless it's a celebration. I don't, there's no grab and go food. I don't go shopping. I really set the intention to stay home more. That's when I do my deeper cleaning in the rooms. That's when I'm going to kind of go under and vacuum under all the furniture, do the baseboards just really quickly, clean the glass. Give it a really good vacuuming, make sure I nourish the wood or moisturize the wood. These are things that I do at the end of the month. I'm not going to do those every week. First of all, it's not necessary. Second of all, you don't have that kind of time. You just want to maintain. And then at the end of the week, I wash my shower curtain and the bath mat. When I do my every nook and cleaning twice a year, that's when I do the curtains and the light fixtures and all of that. So there's kind of a scaffolded cleaning system that I use, so I don't drive myself crazy trying to do everything every week. Not necessary, and that's just going to sabotage you. So that's a pattern of behavior that we're going to change. So living room, dining room, I'm going to do light cleaning and then just restore order to the rooms. For our laundry framework, if you don't know what that is, I have certain days that I wear certain colors, because at the end of that day, I can wash those clothes, dry them, mend them if they need it, iron them if they need it, get them in the closet back in ready to wear condition. And then that way I tackle all my laundry one load a night instead of waiting till the weekend to catch up. I like to keep up, not catch up. That frees up my time off for my personal time. That's to cultivate joy, do things that I enjoy. That's enhancing my happiness. So today's colors for Monday are reds, pinks, oranges, or yellows. Now, what I've been doing is, each Monday, I pick one of those colors, red, pink, orange, or yellow, and I wear the garment. And then I decide, does it fit? Does it make me look fabulous? Do I feel good in it? Is it in good wearable condition? So if it is, then I'm going to clean it, get it back in ready to wear condition. I'm going to put it back into my closet, but then that's already been